Okay, so welcome back to the channel. So let's try this problem. Make a report showing the number of survivors and non-survivors by passenger class. So today we will try solving this one in pandas, and if you can see here, it is a hard category problem, and it was asked in Tesla and Google. But to be honest, it is a easy to medium category problem. For the same problem, I have the video solution also, and it was a medium category over there, but here they have mentioned it is a hard category. So, okay, let's have a look at the data. So, okay, so here if we see, it is a Titanic data set. So, I think each and every one of you might be knowing this data set, right? So, we have the data of the passenger, basically the passenger ID and in the accident whether that particular passenger survived or not. And basically for this they are using the Boolean value 0 and 1, and then basically the integer only, but they representing them in 0 and 1. So 0 represents that the passenger died, and 1 represents that passenger survived. Okay, and we have the P class, basically in which class that particular passenger was traveling, and the other information like name, gender, and then age, and all those things, right? So, but for the problem statement, like for the solution and what we have been asked, we only interested in the survived and the P class that I will show you. Okay, don't get feared because of the number of columns. So it is quite easy problem. Let's have a look at the problem statement. Classes are categorized based on the P class value as P class equal to 1, then it is first class, P class equal to 2, then it is second class, P class equal to 3, then it is third class. Okay, so basically we have the three type of classes in this Titanic problem, and we need to find the number of survivor and non-survivor by each class, right? So by looking at the problem statement, we can see that we can apply the group by clause, right? Because here the each keyword is mentioned, right? So let's have a look at the expected output. So if we see, we have four columns: survived column, first class, second class, third class. So basically how to read this table, right? So here if we see 0, first class, 11. So what does this represent? So this represent that how many passenger from the first class were died in the accident. So if we see, the number is 11. Similarly, if we how to read this 19. So this represent how many passenger from the third class who were survived. The one represents survived, right? So basically we just need to generate this table, right, out of this data. So let's have a preview of the data. So here if we see, a lot of columns are there, but as I said, we just need these two columns. So let's start solving this problem by filtering the columns. Okay, so let's start. So as I said, we just only interested in these two columns. So we can have this as Titanic equal to Titanic of, okay, we just need these two columns, right? So we can pass the list of columns, P class, right? And let's print this Titanic, Titanic, right? Okay, so we have these two columns, uh, right? So what next? Uh, so basically, what we can do, we can generate these three columns, right, at the first place, um, right, based on the P class value. So whenever the P class value would be 1, then that particular value would be 1. Otherwise, that value will be 0, right? So let's generate these three columns. So how we can do? Titanic, first class, then we can just have this so if you see the my other videos, there I was using the apply and lambda functions. So today I tried something new. So basically we will be using a simple function, like the simple for loop. Okay. So for loop on what? So we want the for loop on P class. So we can have Titanic dot P class, and here we will have this value, and whenever, so we can have this P class, whenever X value is equal to 1, then we want a value to be 1, right? And else 0. So let me explain how this works, basically the list comprehension. So the first, this part will start for X in Titanic P class. So it will go row by row. So it will see P class value, and this if condition will be executed. So here X is equal to 1. So no, it is not 1. So it will put the value 0, right? And for the next row, if we see, it will go and see X equal to 1. Yes, it is 1. Then it will put the value 1. So let me show the how the output will be. Okay, Titanic. So there seems to be typo, right? Let's run this. Yeah, as I explained. So if we see, this value 3 was there, so that's why the value is 0. Here the value is 1. That's why the value is 1, right? So we just want to we just want all the values wherever the value that particular class are present, right? So what we can do next, we can just group by the data on survived and sum this column, right? We will get all the output, right? So let's do for the next column. So Titanic second class, same way, right? So we can do for X in Titanic dot P class, Titanic dot P class, and we can have here condition if X is equal to 2. If X is equal to 2, then what? 1, else 0, right? So let's execute this one also. uh, what's the issue? Okay, so instead of in, I wrote I, right? Okay, so if we see the second class also, so see, wherever the value is not 2, then it's 0. So see here, the value for the P class is 2, the value for that particular column is 1, right? Similarly, we can generate the third class also, right? So this time I will not write entire thing, just copy paste, and I will do this one and just put condition 3 and run this, right? Here if we see, the P class value is 3, that's why the third class value is 1. Otherwise for the other classes it is 0, right? We got the whatever we wanted. So what next? So as I said, we need these two columns, right? We need two rows only. So what we can do, we can group by the data based on the survived column, right? So let's do that. So Titanic dot, okay, Titanic dot group by based on this column, right? And we can just have this in the uh, Titanic insert data frame, right? So we have grouped the data, and what next? So after grouping the data, we just want the sum, right? Sum. Let's run this. Okay, so we have not printed this one, so let's print this then. Let's run. Okay, so if we see, this has like taking the summation of each and every column. So if we see these three columns we have got correctly. For the first class we have 11 10, for the second class 6 12, for the third class 42 19. But if we see this class P class, it is 190 149 and 91, but we don't need this column, right? So for that, what we can do, we can just do the reset index, right? So if we do the reset index, then the group by column will come here, right? So reset index, right? Okay. So if we see, we have like 5 columns over here, but we only need 4 columns, right? We don't need this column, and we have got this survived column also. So for that, what we can do, we can drop this column. So drop, and column name we can pass columns is equal to p class, right? P class. Okay, let's run. Okay, I think we have got the desired output. Okay, so let's try submitting this. Okay, so this got accepted also, right? So we have solved this problem also. You can see like the 4 5 line of solution, but it is very important problem, right? So for the same problem, we have the SQL and PySpark version also. So you can find the video solution link in the description section. So you can do check out that also. And yeah, if you like the content, please do like, subscribe, and share, right? So thank you.